Welcome to the VFR Navigation Preparation Guide. This short guide will teach you how to plan and conduct VFR navigation using an iPad and the CRP5 app. Long-term preparation. Mission viability. Before starting a mission, it is essential to assess the critical factors that determine whether the mission is viable or not. The first thing to check is the destination aerodrome and whether it is suitable in terms of aircraft performance, runway data, fuel availability, NOTAMs, and other relevant factors. You must also ensure that the weather conditions are suitable and have an overall understanding of the weather en route and at the destination. Finally, verify the aircraft's status. Confirm that it is airworthy, that there are no known technical issues, and that the aircraft is available for the intended flight. Draw the track. Good chart preparation is essential for VFR navigation. Follow these explanations to prepare your chart. The first step is to draw a line on the map from the departure point to the destination, passing through all the reporting points. Secondly, you must draw the standard box, the doghouse, around a visible point along the route. Study of the chart and the airports en route and at destination. Here are the critical elements to check during route planning. Determine the cruising altitude and define the diversion aerodromes. Analyze the airspace structure along the route and check the vertical profile to see whether you will cross any CTRs, TMAs, or dangerous or restricted areas. For communications, verify the ATC frequencies along the route and review the possible radio failure procedures. Check whether there are any VORs along the route. Insert the navigation points and check the documentation. First, identify the ground references and circle them on your chart. Also, identify the VFR entry and exit points. Review the airport diagrams as well as the departure and arrival procedures at your destination. Check the NOTAMs and the AIP supplements. Verify airport information such as fuel availability, possible maintenance services, landing fees, and whether prior permission, PPR, is required. On the airport chart, review takeoff and landing distances, runway slope, taxiways, parking areas, and the fuel station. Once all this is completed, insert all this information into your flight log and pre-flight planning documents. Use up-to-date weather information from ForeFlight to calculate your performance data. The nav log will be filled up using the daily weather information provided by ForeFlight. To determine your magnetic heading and ground speed, use the CRP5 app at this stage. For information, the navigation log is used only during the flight preparation phase, not during the flight itself, as all annotations will be made directly on the chart. Next, you need to carry out the pre-flight preparation. Fill in all the sections of this preparation available at this stage. Use the weather information provided by ForeFlight in the Daily section to make a preliminary performance assessment. You can also perform a preliminary weight and balance calculation to get an overall idea of the aircraft's center of gravity. Short-term preparation. Update the flight log and all flight preparation documents with the latest weather information and NOTAMs. Fill up the doghouse on the map with accurate informations. Mark 6-minute intervals along each track. To determine the spacing, divide the ground speed, GS, by 10. This gives the distance flown in 6 minutes. Example, GS equals 90 knots. 90 divided by 10 equals 9 nautical miles. Therefore, draw a tick mark every 9 nautical miles and label them 6, 12, 18, etc. Add the wind arrow on the map to indicate direction and intensity. Here is an example of a navigation prepared on the iPad. You can see the track, the 6-minute intervals, and the reporting points corresponding to these 6-minute markers. To train effectively in navigation, we will disable the GPS option on the iPad and navigate using what is called dead reckoning. It is therefore important to navigate by heading, by time, and at a constant speed. It is essential to look for visual reference points outside the cockpit. These landmarks come from the chart, meaning we navigate from the map to the outside world. not the other way around. Essential in-flight skill: diversion technique. When circumstances require diverting to an alternate destination, apply the following systematic method to ensure a safe, efficient, and well-managed route change. Establish position. Start from a spot clearly identified on your chart. Select destination. Pinch with 2 fingers the suitable destination. Calculate navigation data. Read the heading and distance. Compute the time to go. Example, 12 nautical miles, 90 knots, 8 minutes. Verify safety factors. Check fuel. Check airspace to cross. Verify proper altitude to divert. Execute diversion. Once ready, over the checkpoint, take heading, timing, and proceed to alternate. This time, the landmarks come from the outside, meaning we navigate from the outside world to the map. Follow these procedures systematically to ensure every flight is conducted safely and efficiently. Remember, proper planning prevents poor performance. Thorough preparation is the foundation of successful VFR navigation.